Greetings, programs. Pyrrh here, and welcome to Vintage Story: The Harbor. We are still working on getting the world fixed up and getting it ready for actually playing in. I did a little bit of work, so I have fixed up the rest of the dock here. We'll have to come up with a building that we can just kind of nestle into the corner here. I think that would be really cool. Perhaps what exists as the community center now can go in here. Well, I mean, minus a lot of the stuff on the inside. I mean, I built the basic structure of it, so that's all we'll keep. And we'll put it in there. Although I'd love to try to rebuild Sid's shelves. Those were amazing. Of course, my apartment will go down here too. Can I turn my move speed up? We'll put my apartment back down here where I had it. We'll need to remove these. The animal pens are going to go down here. I have brought in the gardens. Let me see. How's the music? Looks like it's all right. Perhaps. This is a loud song, I think. Let me make sure it hasn't gotten turned up on this side. No. All right. Perhaps just loud in my ears. All right. And so we brought in the gardens, the reed garden, which actually, you know, obviously I hadn't collected all of these, and the bees. We will put the animal pens over here, and then we'll bring in the trader camp over here. And I'm laying out where this wall will go. So what I'm thinking is the city section will go here. Probably the chapel. We may bring it up a level and put it here. And then a higher level castle go here. City here. Castle like right where I'm at. Chapel over here. Graveyard behind it, haunted house back here. That haunted house takes a lot of space. I don't know. We'll figure that out because that's going to be a chore offline for this next week. Is trying to load up ancient paths. Oh, that's going to be a chore. And then trying to get there and get those schematics loaded in. I have a mausoleum and a graveyard and a haunted hall, like I guess that could be considered part of the graveyard underneath, or actually part of the mausoleum, except there won't be a teleporter in the middle of it because on Ancient Paths you took the teleporter down into the mausoleum, you went down into a grave, down into the mausoleum, and then you came up the other side through a hall that was haunted with bells. It was great. They would spawn naturally down there. And oh my gosh, I remember scaring Tells to death. I told him, I said, you know, you've got to watch yourself. You go in here, you do not stay. You do not stay put. You know, you don't pass go or whatever. You just keep going straight to the exit. Scared him half to death. We got down there and sure enough, there was a bell that started ringing. Every once in a while, there'd be a nasty drifter spawn in the teleport nearby the teleport room too. Anyway, so we'll have to bring those in, but for now we can work on the remaining schematics. We can work on those tonight. I did work on the water here and removed some of these. Now, so this island I had already removed in survival, as well as this little section here, but I think what we're going to do is the Shattered Lands. This I think was almost all natural spawn here. It's over here that it's all jacked up. What we may do is we may make ocean out of all of the surrounding area that's the chunks that loaded incorrectly. We may just make them ocean. Like a canal or something all the way around. until we get to the naturally loaded sections. Looks like we have one place left that we haven't fully generated, and we should probably head that way. But I do want to clear out a few things first. Let's head back over. Let's get rid of this, and then we're going to move it down there. Let's see, we need a select, just like that. That's a start. And that is a finish. Make sure we get all that removed. All the way over. And that should up, down, down. These are always backwards, I guess, depending on where you put the start. It doesn't care where north or south is. It, excuse me, it figures out where it is from where you started. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Why am I not seeing YouTube chat? All right, give me a minute. I'm not seeing YouTube chat. Why is it not? There we go. Okay, for some reason it truncates a lot of my YouTube chat from what I'm looking at. I'm not really sure why. Let me adjust this just a little more. I know I keep spinning. Sorry. There we are. Okay. I think we're good. All right, what we're doing here is we are removing the animal pens. All right. And treetops above the animal pens are not going to be a good thing. We're going to remove these as well. This will adjust in survival. I mean, I built these, but we're going to adjust all of this and make it part of a beach. I think what we'll do is we'll have like the canal go all the way around. We'll figure out a cool way to do that. We're going to have to do that in creative. We may build a wall in survival, but the canal will have to go in creative. And then we'll have like this as a lake, and all of this will be water. Haven't decided where to put the hobbit hole yet. Maybe we'll come around this building, this mountain here. So we'll put the castle like smack right here, and the chapel back here, haunted house perhaps back here, or back here, and then like the hobbit hole into the mountain here. I think that'll be neat. It'll be. I want to make sure there's an actual mountain behind it, because I would like to build inside it. All right. So we're right here, right now, right there, a little spot. Right here, right here. We're going to, let's see. Need to select. We're still on select. That's going to be 5 wide. We'll just bring it up and out. All right. So first of all, let's bring this up one so I don't delete where this level is. Can I go? No. No. That's not working. We want to go up that way, but we need to come up one. There we go. No, we want to come up all the way here. This is north, but I don't know if that's going to work. Yeah, it'll work. All right, one more. And let's make sure we're not getting any of this. We've got the tops of the trees. Gonna come out just a little more. Is that? All right, we'll get that. Now we have mini trees. Okay, I think we can get the floating leaves out. There we are. Okay. We'll need to fill all this in too. I don't think that's a good idea, having that just open. Let's see here. Looks like this got... Why is that filled with chalk? Alright. I know why. Okay. Let's see. Let's put some dirt here. I don't want to overwrite this, so we're going to go like this. All right, let's shrink it down some. There we go. And move it up. And down. All right, and then if we hit fill, then we can come in later in survival and fill, you know, fix this with sand. We went too high, I think. Undo. We need to go down one. There. Yeah. Yeah. That'll work. Okay. Animal pens and trader camp. Get rid of these. I wonder if we can get some fast leaf decay. Not necessary, really. Really would still like to do minimal mods in this world. Okay. And yeah. Yep, that'll do it. But maybe, I don't know, like a little wall or something here that might be all right too. Or we could actually, we could extend the dock all the way around. That would be neat. Extend it all the way down here. And then we'll, with the trader camp, we'll make like a little fishing dock over here. That would be cool. Okay. Animal pens, but we need to go adjust those first. So let's go ahead and log out. Okay. Perhaps. If we can get in without crashing. Here we go. Okay, and while this loads, I will be right back. How's that for perfect timing? All right. Where are we? Okay, what we need to do is fix these. We do not need all of these animals. Plus, they're all in the wrong pens, but generation 1, generation 3. We have some generation 3 animals in here. Generation 3. Let's see if we can. Okay, 2, 3, 3. Generation 1. Okay. That should be good. I wonder if it's going to save the bodies. They'll eventually decay, though. The RAM is generation 3, but this one is as well, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Where are all of my chickens? I don't have very many, I don't think. Let's see. Generation 6 chickens. These are all generation 6. They need to go in there, though. Look at all of the eggs. I don't even think they'll lay eggs like this anymore, will they? Okay, guys. Come on back into the pen. All right. Sheep have to go. Even though that was a generation 3. Okay, surely we have some generation 2 boars, right? Okay. Generation 2, generation 2. Did I kill the... Well, did I kill all the boys? Thought I had a boy left in here that I did not kill. 4. Generation 1. I don't have any generation 2 boars. Well then. I guess that's... Alright, so... I'm thinking we should clean all this up. I'm assuming these will, yeah, fresh for 5 days. I'm just going to leave those in there. Wonder, can I put them back on the ground? I can. There you go, chickens. Oh, never mind. That's creative. It's just, never mind. Just putting them in there. That's funny. Okay. Now let's go ahead and copy it like this. I don't know. Can we get rid of the bodies? I don't know if that's a thing. There's got to be a creative way to get rid of the bodies. Oh my goodness, no. Hi, the Playing Tiger. Welcome. Welcome, Raiders. We're just doing some schematic work. You guys don't need the call out, but you know, hey, if you haven't subscribed or followed Playing Tiger, you probably should by now because you came from his channel. All right. Yeah, we're just copying some schematics and pulling it over into basically my forever world, which will end up being my forever world. All of these are things that I have built in creative, and since the world that I used is now old and corrupt and up, and with the new world generation is just all sorts of messed up, we are bringing all of the builds into a new world gen. Sort of. I mean, some of it's the old world gen, and then the surrounding area is new. There's some corrupt sectors around, some chunks that, you know, with the transition don't load properly, but we will fix those too. I think we've just come up with an idea to do that as well. But you'll see, and I'll take you on a little tour here once I get this copied over. We're having trouble here. There we go. All right, so we're going to, it's / world export, no, world edit, export, animals, 42 entities. I think it copied the bodies. I've entered the Iron Age. Nice. Nice. That's not easy for me. And you know what? In all of my single player worlds, I have yet to actually find an iron deposit. Not that I recall. I might have found, no, I found tin in the harbor. I do not think I have found iron in any of my worlds. Hang on a minute. All right, I had to sneeze. Okay, so this animal pen actually came from the original harbor. We had built it up. We had caught them. Here, if you'll see our pen, our trap was down here. Okay, we trapped him, and we literally had to push, drag, whatever, all of these animals up into the pen because the harbor city level was going to be up here. We're going to put them down on the ground level again. We're going to have it outside the city level. But yeah, that was a real pain. So that is our animal pen. Here's our bees that we made, or the bees that we did. This was our charcoal pit back before I realized that having it deep was better than having it wide. But yep, that was the original first charcoal pit I've really made, actually. This is the tower section off of the harbor, the docks. This is the drifter arena that was underneath Rusty Gears Season 3, where that's from. Are we in Spectator? Yep. Hematite turned out to be only a stone's throw away from my base. Yeah, that's what happened to me in the harbor, too. Except I don't see that it has transferred over. I have to double check that. Yeah, it was like 2 in-game years. And I'd still was looking for salt. And then turned around and there it was right around the corner. I was like, dang. It was sticking out of the ground around the corner. So I don't know if this is even functional anymore, to be honest. I think things will spawn in here now with the different types of mobs. But anyway, that's an old drifter trap. We'll probably go ahead and bring it in. There's my reed garden and my berry garden. Those have already been transferred over. This was a tree farm. We're not going to bother with that. We'll build a new one. There's the gardens. We're not going to transfer the harbor gardens. We're going to just go ahead and grab these from my hobbit hole. Community crop. Yeah. That's funny. So this is from season 3 and my little hobbit hole. And if you guys did not see in season 3, I was busy with the community center, basically lived in there. So this never got built. This was it. This was just a little spot. I think these were crates, perhaps. I don't remember what was in here, but yeah, this was all of my stuff from season 3. What else do we have over here? This is Icy World season 1 over here. Salt, I have no idea where to find at this point. Oh, hematite. Yeah, iron. Sorry, I was thinking halite. Now, hematite. That's nice that it was really close by. In the harbor, I found tin really close. Salt, don't need it since I can't get milk. Well, you can cure meat. High fertility soil is another thing I can't manage to find. Don't you have to craft high fertility soil now? You have to craft high fertility soil now. Anyway, this is Rusty, or not Rusty. This is Icy World season 1. You can see some of the ice is still... That's the ice and snow stayed. It's the snow drifts that melted. But yeah, my greenhouses. Remember, I couldn't get glass. And there is this drifter trap. The above ground version. In fact, I think we had an anvil firing down in here. An anvil mold. Doesn't even... It looks like, yep, that was it. We were about to actually make an anvil so I could get a saw. I think what were we using? Vessels and... Yeah, we were using vessels and baskets. This was my warm room. There's the trader camp. We're going to go ahead and... I think I've already saved it like this. We're going to pull it in and hopefully our traders stay. If not, then we will figure out how to... Actually, I'm not even worried about the traders. What I want is to bring the 3 traders that I've made friends with, 2 from Icy World 1 and then 1 from the harbor, and make sure those 3 are our traders. This was a trader camp that my husband and I played in for a little while. It's kind of fun. And it's the coolest trader camp I've found. This is my very, very first... High fertility seems more likely to find in warm climates. Yeah, that's true. Okay, you can still find it and you craft Terra Preta. I haven't found any Terra Preta through my bug out series. I haven't found any. So I'm assuming that it's only craftable. This is my very, very first vintage story world. I'd made it to the first winter. This was my little drifter trap. It's filled in with dirt right now, but back then, I mean, they would just... Actually, it was filled in with dirt. Cut off right here, but the drifters would fall into the little hole here and I would smack them. Yep. So yeah, that was this original one. And I still have to show this off. This was the very first stew I made in my bowl. It was fly agaric, you know, there's a meme about it I've seen, but no, I actually did this. My 4 fly agaric mushrooms before I realized they were poisonous. And either that or I was thinking, you know, if I cook it, maybe it won't be as poisonous. But I didn't think it would be cumulative. It was like minus 96 points if I'd eaten the bowl. I did not know at that point how to get the rot or the food out of my bowl. It was like mushroom. So I set it out front and had to make myself a new bowl because I had no clue how to clean it. So there it is for nostalgia. Yeah, this was the ruin, basically. A ruin that came from, that was a vanilla ruin. And I just made it into this. In fact, you remember we just left Icy World Season 1 was another one of these ruins that I did. And here is the Season 3 Community Center. The major missing blocks here are pine logs, and I don't know why it turned it into andesite rock, but these were pine logs as well. They were chiseled. So I'll have to replace those. And I don't know. It's like my maple planks are all missing. These were... I don't know. Some of them are still here. I'm not sure why all of the walls are missing. And the roofs that are missing were... Oh my gosh. They had just picked some random thing to make the spires out of. I don't know. I think they were bricklayers with the old mapping. So I'll have to redo the roofs as well. I'll obviously take the teleports out. This is Rusty Gears stuff. It's is that all right? Maybe I'll fix it when we get into the other world. But yep, there is the community center from season 3. So we're bringing all of this in eventually into the harbor. And let's see if we can get that to load up now. Let's see, back. Nope, save and leave. There we go. All right. And Pyrrh Harbor. So the harbor was my second world. I was still playing, I think, in that first world, that ruin. I've told the story a zillion times. I don't know who's missed it. I was watching Papa Cheddar play, and it was like a Nomad series where he was just taking off. He wanted to check it out, what it was like down south. And he got to the temperate, he started in temperate. When he got to the warm climate, he saw these cliffs, and I fell in love with them. I mean, look at how cool this generation is. And yeah, I just had to build here. So I grabbed the seed from him, and I don't know. I built my own world here. Built the harbor. I built the docks. They were a little smaller than this. And this was our original base, was in here. Can we get in? This is our base here. I had a little drifter trap over here called the kissing booth. They would drop in here. They would spawn on the mountain and drop down in here, and I'd kill them. It had to be sealed up because, you know, changes to the game definitely made that not safe. And then the lighthouse is going to be up here. I could swear that I built this. I could swear that at least I got started building this, but I cannot find the save game. So unless I can find it, we'll have to do it over again. You have a functional quern though. But these docks I have built many, many times over. A small version in this world, and then a larger version for the testing world of Rusty Gears Season 3, or Season 3. I guess the arena was Season 2, Community Center. So this was Rusty Gears Season 3, and I built that on the test world so I could kind of show my idea. And then I built it again all from scratch in Season 3. I mean, in the actual world Season 3. So I have, and then we had to rebuild it once when we updated the harbor once before, and I rebuilt it then. In fact, my daughter, there used to be a mountain right here. My daughter and I took this mountain out a couple of times, and I took it out a couple more. I was like, you know what? I have built this in survival so many times over. I'm not worried about dumping it in here and fixing it up a little bit in creative. As I still stand by, I've built everything in here in survival. So I figured I'd earned being able to just touch this up rather than building it a fourth or fifth time, you know. So here's where we've placed the gardens. There's the other gardens and the bees. The animal pens are going to go here. Yep, and we're trying to fix the world generation. I don't know if you can tell. Isn't that gorgeous, Blind Lindsay? So you can see where the world gen kind of cacked out here. And I think what we're going to do is just build a huge canal. And I'm going to do that in creative. I may not, you know, touch it up, but I will at least get all of the water in and make sure it looks kind of okay. And this whole area will all be water. This whole area here. And yeah, canal coming around where the generation is, and I can show you that. You can kind of see it right here, the easiest way to show you where the world slices just had trouble with the land gen. And then here's the normal generation back here, which it looks like the ocean level is at a different level, but that's okay. It'll fix, if I make this a canal, it'll fix all of that. And maybe we'll get really froggy and build a moat. Or not a moat, it'll be kind of like a moat. We'll build a wall, you know. I think that would be neat. Anyway, problem is that pillar of salt, I actually called it Lot's wife, because literally pillar of salt. When I turned, I literally turned around behind me and saw it, this pillar sticking out of the ground, and I had been looking for salt forever. But my problem is I've never been able to find it when I'm just looking for it. Hopefully it wasn't back here, because it looked like it looks like I've lost part of the mountain. I may have to go into an old world and copy a schematic of this side of the mountain. But I swear it was just like right back here. And it was right by an entrance into the mountain. But I'll be darned if I can't find it. No. It was like right here, I thought, but I don't see it. And that's the one that goes into the other cave, I believe. Yeah, I thought it was right here, but I do not see it. I will make sure that that gets copied over, though, because that was such a cool find. Gotta bring Lot's wife back. And I made the edges non-traversable, which was kind of stupid, because this does not like to load. Oh gosh, I still have that selected. Let's clear that. Never find halite yet. I have to boil down salt water. Hey, you know, this was before they had that ability, so at least you can do that now. Alright, I don't know how long I'm going to have to wait before this loads, but that's a problem I'm having with this world. I don't think it's all... It's still having some issues. I'm hoping that when we fix the land gen and load it in a little bit more, that I won't have the loading issues. But I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to put the animal pens in, and then the trader camp like a little bit over, if I can ever get it to load. I guess we could force it to load. I hate to keep doing this, but all right. We're working. Yeah, it seems my YouTube crowd isn't used to me streaming on Tuesday night. Tuesday night's usually a short night, but this week it's a longer night. I'm going to be busy for like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I am not going to be able to stream much at all later this week. Lots of activities with the kids. I've still got things in real life I'm taking care of. Unfortunately, it has to happen before games. Mods and systems notified, now saving everything. Yeah, you can boil down salt water now. Okay. Let's reload this. Good tune. This was one of the ones that he made for a trailer, I think. All right, we're back. All right. I wonder if I should put the trader camp here and the animal pens here. Where is it? Select. Let's do this. All right. Import. Which one was the new one? I don't know. I think it's Trader Camp. Let's bring it west. Up. Yep, it needs to come up. Let's bring it to this level up here. We could probably bring it down a level, it wouldn't matter. East, nope, west some more. There we go.
I thought that was something my...
Okay, which direction do we want this? Yeah, the trees are in the way, that's a problem. But we'll have to remove those. Okay. No, I don't know if I want to rotate it or not. Yeah, it's not working. All right, we'll just do it this way. All right, hopefully we didn't drown the traders. Oh no. Well, the problem is if I try to undo it, it's going to mess it all up even more. I think because of the traders. All right. And my problem is it will not... this is an issue. Okay. We don't click that. There we go. We're going to start there. And we're going to make this here. We're going to fill that with dirt. Let's go down one. Okay. And let's clear that selection. And we need to remove all of this debris. Because it's causing problems. All right, let's move that up. The cured meats, I think they fixed it where you can use them in meals now, yes. Okay, we're going to bring this up and clear all of the trees, but we need to bring this up one. Remove all blocks. Clear our selected area. Import. Let's see. Have to do it again, don't we? It removed the entities though, so that's an adjustment from before. South. Gotta come down some more. All right, and then we can step this down. Yep, that should work. And place it. It might be worth testing first, but I'm pretty sure you can now use the cured meat. Test it first because it seems like every time we use Rusty Gears, we've got like expanded foods, so I can't be for sure. So best to go in a separate world and test it. Okay, traders, safe and sound. It looks like they didn't drop into the ocean. They didn't lose their firewood or the barrel or anything. Yeah, it actually had a ruin. This is natural. This little fire pit, but there was a ruin that spawned on top of it, or the trader camp spawned on top of it. It was pretty neat. I don't know. We may want to. I don't know if we want to fix it or just leave it the way it is. I don't know. It almost looks like it's been built on blocks, right? That's why I think we just left it like that. It's more of a permanent trader camp. All right, animal pens, but I think we're going to need to do the same thing and clear out the debris from over here. I'm hoping some grass spreads over here. Let's see, can we select some grass? And do this. Oh, there's some grassy bits right here. We may go grab some sand and survival and add the sand down in here. Make a little beach. Oh, that's right. We were thinking about bringing the dock all the way around. This dock. Bringing it all the way around. And having a little fishing dock here. Okay. Animal pens. Oh, I lost my wand. All right. Oh. Always a problem when I do that. We need to come up. Let's do right about here. And come east or west some. Let's delete that. Now come down. Row selection. No. Minus up. Should be one level? Is that one level? And fill it with grass. There we go. I can't remove the preview. We may have to relog. Let's see what happens when we try to bring in the animals. Ah, yay, it got rid of it. Check the wiki and it seems to confirm that cured meats can be used in meals. Well, fantastic. Sounds good to me. Okay. Alright, we definitely need to move them over because I want quite a space there. I guess they can go there for now. I mean, we may move them later again, but for now, that's fine. Alright, there we go. Hooray! Clear that. And did it come in where they're not going to be getting out? It looks alright. Yeah, we're getting a little glitchy. I may need to reload the world again. And we'll fix all this up in survival. Because obviously it was not fixed up before. This is just bringing in what I'd actually built. And like I said, these are traders. I'm going to replace these with the traders we've made friends with. So that's good. And you could say the trader camp is more nostalgia than anything because like I said, my husband and I played in that world. This is the world where I tried to get rid of the entities. It was right when during the update that they changed entity spawning and it was like crazy. And we had so many, we were lagging out. There were like 800 entities or something. So I tried to do a kill command, but instead it like summoned all of the entities right on top of us. And it was like the most hilarious thing. It was frightening at first because of the noise. It's just like all of the wolves and the sheep and the bears and the bunnies and the chickens. Like, rawr! And then of course the mosh pit ensued. Just, oh gosh. And then I was like, well, darn it. Oh, what do I do now? I was like, oh, I tried to kill it. So I tried to kill and ended up killing Poet instead. And I don't know. I finally figured out the commands, went over a lake, and then summoned everything that was left. I mean, they basically demolished everything. So I summoned all of the surviving bears and wolves and summoned them over a lake and let them drown. Because I knew the summon worked, but couldn't get the kill command right because I ended up killing Poet a few times. All right, so we'll bring the wall around. You can see where I've marked it out. Although this will change, so I'll probably put a gate here. And we'll bring the wall around and we'll have a gate here as well. And yeah, this is why I think I want to move the animal pens over. We'll have a big gate here and then a bridge. Actually, we're not going to have a bridge there. I haven't decided where the bridge will go. Maybe the bridge will go over here because we need... This is going to be like a lake area, so... But we'll decide where the bridge goes over there. This trader will have to go, and I'm wondering if I can get rid of him now. Is he in there? Okay. We might be lucky and he's just not in there. Let me out. Let me out! Okay. This is... The city's going to be built right over this. It's one reason why I brought the trader camp in. Were we on select? Before we bring in another animal pen. North. And west. And north just a little more. Bye-bye, trader. Glad to see that the import doesn't cause entity problems. At least it hasn't yet. All right. Yep. This is where the original path went straight through to our base. All right. And that's all changed now. There was we had 3 little drifter traps, the kind that you stood in the middle and let them come to you. Basically, the one that looked similar to this, except you stood in the middle and you killed the drifters as they were on the outside. Had those for 3 of us when my husband and my daughter and I would play together. So all 3 of us would sit there during the storm, and we'd see who won, who got the most mobs. I think I've actually got those filmed. So my long play, The Harbor, is the original build, the original playthrough of this. I've got a few episodes out. I think I'm going to start publishing those again, especially since I'm not going to be able to stream consistently for the next couple of weeks. I can try to get those. So they're 8 hours long, so they take a while to render, but there's no commentary. It's basically just vintage story ASMR kind of thing. I've removed all ads from them, so there should never be an ad played on those, period. Because they're meant to just fall asleep to, you know. Okay, I think we're doing pretty well. I said all of this stuff will be removed in survival because I think it's only fair. I think the Hobbit Hole import will have to wait until we decide. I mean, I've got the chapel, but I need to get a copy of the Rusty Gears Season 3 World to get a copy of the chapel, because somehow I didn't get a schematic saved of it. I'm not really sure why or what happened. What in the world? Look at all the dead things. Okay. But no, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Feeling pretty good about it. We can clean up some more of this in creative. Show you a little bit about how I've done that. Let's grab a muddy soil. Make sure we're on select. Okay, so we're going to clear the surface first. Whoa. All right, let's get all of this south. And are we at the surface? I had to go, whoop, not west. Actually, we do. East. And we're going to remove all those blocks. All right. And then what we do, let's clear this. Let's start. That looks like it, you know, might not be quite deep enough. English is my first language, believe it or not. There we go. Now that should be level, right? Okay, so let's take this west some. And all right, now what we're going to do, we have water on our pot bar, so we're going to delete this, put the water on our mouse, and then fill it with water, and then clear the selection. And there we go. We have one more thing to do. Oh, I shouldn't have cleared it. Okay, I'm going to do this. Should not have cleared it. What I usually do is I'll bring it down. Okay. So we're going to bring the selection up. Actually, we don't need to. What we're going to do is just replace it with the muddy gravel. Delete and fill. And then it will naturally collapse. Let's see. Was there a cave down there? Aha! Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Can we repair this? Well, that's not doing it. Okay. This is why I put it on top. I won't be deleting it ever again. This is why I put it on top. All right. Have we recovered the water down here? That's the question. Fantastic. I'm sneezy tonight. Why? Okay. So let's go back down here. And fix a little more gravel. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, it's a little too high, unfortunately. Are we on select? Move it up. Delete and then fill with water. It didn't work. Gotta bring it over south a bit. There we go. Delete, fill, and clear. All right. And I should have summoned some more gravel before I cleared it. This always bothers me. When you go into spectator and then in creative, you go through blocks. I think that fixes it so I don't go through blocks again. We gotta turn fly back on though. Okay. Yeah, that's better. All right, let's see. Yeah, much better. We'll take this little teeny island out too. Select, please. We got to be careful because I don't want to take the shore piece out. We have to do this in a couple of sections. Then up. Minus down apparently is how you do that. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to do another section, and then we'll add some gravel to it. All right, and then we have to bring positive down. Let's make sure that that's at sea level. Yep. And now we're going to fill. There we go. Okay, let's shrink this. Not that way. Probably coming in this way. Take this other section of this little piece out. Let's bring this up. Yeah, that works. Okay. Wonder if I should do this part by hand. I might want to do that part by hand. Let's just take this little sandbar out. Okay, that's level. And we want to go east. Ah. All right, we're going to delete those, and we're going to fill it. Didn't quite work what I wanted. Okay, select. Let's bring it. Actually, it did part of what I wanted, but I should have left it there and filled it with water after. That's what I was planning on doing, and I forgot. Okay, honest. Clear. No. Let's try this one more time. Yeah, there's no way I'm doing this in survival. You can't. Manipulating water is like nearly impossible. We need another selection over here. There we go. Okay, delete, and then fill with water. And now clear. Okay. That's okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. And we can just remove the tree debris. Hey, it's decaying on its own. That's something I haven't seen for a while. Okay. Okay. So we've got some sandbar issues here. I know what we can do. We're gonna go try to mess this up again. And let's bring it out. And north, if north is working. Yeah, it is working. All right. And let's fill it with gravel again. Delete. Fill. And with whatever's left, we're going to fill with water. Oh dear. Undo. select the water, fill with water. And clear. Does this look normal now? That looks a whole lot more normal. All right, we're good. Yeah, I think we're good there. Not like it matters much underneath the water, but you know. Okay. Now we've gotten rid of the silly island there. And we will probably get rid of all of this up to where we're going to make the canal. But we'll see. That is something that we can always do another time. Yeah, I think we're going to take all of this out. And this will be the canal entrance, and then it'll go all the way around. No, that's cool. That's cool. Maybe our haunted house can go here. It also needs to be 100 by 100, I think. 109. It's going to be about there. Should be enough. We should block out an area there. And that's where my mansion will go. Little haunted mansion. All right. I'm not sure what should we work on next. There's something left that I need to bring over from the harbor, and that was my chest of supplies that I had. That's right. Okay, we have gardens. Probably take the berries out from around here. And, you know, kind of touch these up a little bit. Because we have a berry garden over here, I believe. Do we not? Did I not bring... I guess I didn't bring in berries. Okay, well that's fine. I guess we'll just do... These look kind of cute the way they are. They'll be fine. And there's berry gardens in... Some more berry bushes in the mansion as well. Yeah, that's going to be a pain. I'll have to do that online, trying to load up that humongous world. Unless I can somehow get it over to someone with a server. They can load it up on a server just so I can get in and take my schematics. All right. All right, so I'm not sure what to work on next. I think I've brought in everything I can. I'm not sure where to put the arena yet. Or my other builds. We're also going to make an RV park. And I think that'll be over here. We'll have the canal coming down here. And we'll put the RV park here. And that way, if you're... I don't have Patreon set up yet. Patreon. But once I get that, or you're a membership, some sort of membership on my channel, then if you have like a 7x7x7 structure, fits in a tent bag or whatever, we'll make everybody, all the members can have a little spot for tent bags and such. And I'll put my bug out tent bags in there as well. It'll be kind of cool. A little tent city. Okay. But no, I think that'll work. I think that'll work. Definitely need to work on this Napster, not Napster. It's not Campaign Cartographer either. Maybe it is Napster. I don't know. One of Apache's mods, maybe it says new mod, makes it to where you can have a set of blocks on your inventory, and as you place them, it will place them randomly. So as I am trying to make a random pattern on the dock surface, it'll just place them at random. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is take a 5-minute break and maybe we'll go grab those chests from my docks. And then see about, I don't know, maybe we'll work on survival a little bit, because I think we've brought over everything that we need. And yeah, we'll check out the cellar and the food situation. And ooh, we don't have a way over there. We don't have a way over to our base. We need to build an underground tunnel of some sort. Probably have this little spot here. Oh my goodness, we're missing some things here. Have the little spot here. Have it lead to an underground tunnel that comes up into the base here. I think that would be cool. Figure out where we want it to come up. Because that would be weird if it came up into the middle of the floor. At our kitchen. Oh my gosh, all this food that we had out to eat. Gonna go all rotten before we can eat it. And yeah, this is where we ran out of polished blocks. Got to build our quarry again because it's gone. Okay, let me take a quick break and we'll come back and check this place out in survival. Okay, we have loaded up the second original harbor, because the world itself was updated once before. We're trying to select my chests, and let's bring this up. There we go. Export is a command. So world edit, export chests. And we'll clear that. So, yep, here is what the original harbor looks like after the import one update, one world update. So you can see how difficult it was to the bunny's stuck in the whirlpool to replace water, because I did all of this manually. These originally had these pillars coming down. Called this the dragon's tooth because it literally looked like, I don't know, a little bit like teeth going into the cave there. But this was the original iteration of the harbor. Again, I built the huge one I built by hand on Rusty Gears Season 3 a couple of times. Again, first in the test world and then in the big world, in the actual survival world. So, and here's the original drifter traps. Look at that. They worked fine before, but then you had to add the trapdoors. You had them when there was a storm. You'd open them up, and I don't know if anybody remembers these. Oh, look, we caught a ram. Sort of. He just walked right out of there. He climbed the trapdoors, which I think drifters can do now. But way back when, there were the 3 blocks that we stood on in our original garden that I did not copy over because we had the I've got the new gardens from Rusty Gear Season 2 that I built. Anyway, yep, there's the original animal trap, and we had stairs, and we brought all these animals up here by hand. And yep, so what I did was I just copied our supplies over. And still can't find the world that I had the lighthouse built. There's my palette, though. there's the palette for the lighthouse. Okay, these should still be there, my supplies for the lighthouse, although I don't know if there was anything in them. Yeah, I had lots of cobble for the wall. I had fired a whole bunch of shingles. We'll need to repair that too. Let me see, what does this have in it? Does it say red? See, bismuth and hematite. I think I might actually have had some iron bloom. And then the rest of it, no, let me see. What else was here? Clay. I wonder. I'm not going to mess with these. I may take them apart and rebuild them before we go back into survival. But what I need to do is load on that old world, the original world, and see what was in there. Don't want to be having any cheating going on. So we'll see what was actually in there. Okay. And yeah, these are just all the ingot molds. Fantastic. Okay, we didn't have anything on this armor. I think I lost the armor stand as well. That's all it was a regular armor stand. Okay. Didn't have any armor on it. All right. Let's blow this joint. We may have to reboot the game, so you may see a black screen for a little bit. Getting a little bit laggy because I keep coming in and out of these worlds. All right. Make sure everything looks good. Yep, mic's still on. And while this is loading, I'll make sure that the screen looks okay. Final update. And yeah, it looks like the screen came in. No, it didn't. Let's see. Transform. There we go. All fixed. Okay. Let's fix this part first. We're gonna have to start swimming. Where are my ladders? There they are. May want to put a ladder on the other side too. Okay. We shouldn't have any problem getting up there now. Select. Import. Chests. Up. North. We don't have to have them there in the middle of the dock anymore either. So let's move them over here. Rotate. Okay, are they facing the right way? No. That's the front, right? I think these are the hinges we're looking at back here. And north. That'll work. Place. All right. Now what we need to do, let's replace those bloomeries. Probably should look through some of the chests as well. Thought there was some things that we can just make a collection of things that aren't kosher and put them back. We'll make like a chest that things that need to be fixed and creative, and we can do that. But I do want to fix this whole set of bloomeries. And I'll just pick these up. Because you can't make stairs in a bloomery. I have a feeling that I was making shingles or clay bricks. Let's see. Can I do the bases? Just... I can. All right. teak. There we go. And boy, trying to figure out where I can't bring that old world this far forward. I may have to just take a look at the last film I had to figure out what I had in those bloomeries. Yeah, because I wouldn't have been, because you do bricks in a, well, we actually have to use pit kilns now. This was before the pit kiln time, I believe. Unless I had them out here. Nope, this was before pit kiln era. Okay, let's take a quick look in those chests. I don't even remember what's in them. Maple? Probably a bunch of maple. Look, they open sideways. That's weird. What were these? Granite. I better replace those. All right. Granite. Can it? But it won't give me a stack. All right. I'll get rid of these ghost blocks. Surely there's a way of pulling a stack. Am I literally gonna have to do this manually? Yep. No buttons are, no buttons are working. I'll wear out my mouse doing this. I'd have like 17 or so otherwise. One more stack and then 17. Then we'll go check the chests in there. Okay. Except those chests are like weird. Maybe if I've got, I think I've got carry on, I can switch those over. Okay. This is going to be a pain. What do we got in here? More ghost blocks. Claystone. Peridotite. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And peridotite. And yeah, junk drawer's right. Seeds. Yeah, all that works. Yeah, we can make crates to put those in. This was before you could make your own crates as well. Shells. And I had, yeah, we make crates for all of these stones now. That'll be nice. So we may work on that. Actually, oak will be, make nice chests for these, or crates for these. And we'll have lots of extra chests to do stuff with. Alright, looks like these are mostly generic blocks. Yep. All of this can be... I think these were things that we had found in ruins and such. Special soil. High fertility. TerraFirmaCraft. This. All nice. We may need to put some TerraFirmaCraft in our gardens. I don't remember whether I did that before or not. Maple slab. That is not a maple slab anymore. Yeah, that's fine. It was only one. Oak logs completely gone. Clearly, we need to make a tree farm. Oh dear. All of the seeds. Because I didn't bring the tree farm in that I had from here. Seeds. Tree seeds are not here. Okay. I don't remember which seeds we had in the tree farm besides oak and birch. Oak, birch, pine. I think that's probably it. Seed. We had way more than that, but we'll go ahead and do that. We had maple as well. We had all the things that were available back then. Dark pine. That's new. Definitely did not have that. We had a tin bronze pick for sure. Redwood didn't exist. Purple heart. Yeah, cool stuff. Okay, birch. We did not have any acacia. And that would be the only thing left. Alright, we don't need you. Don't need you. Definitely don't get to keep you. And this was our original lantern that we had. So we're going to keep that. Yeah, I think that's it. And I can verify, I think, when I finally get hold of that old world, what I had on me. We may just load in an original copy, even of the refresh of this, and see what I had on me. But it was all tin bronze tools. But speaking of, yeah, in fact, there's all of our backups. See, we had some of these on us, and we had made all of these. Okay, so axe, tin bronze, pick, axe, shovel. I'm gonna need a hammer and a chisel. Let's see. Chisel and hammer. Hammerhead. Hammer. Okay. And we probably had bowls and stuff, but got extras in here. Yep. There was an extra bowl. All right. Burned out torch. We got plenty of food to eat. It's gonna all go bad soon. Okay. Are we ready? Mode. Survival. Oh, no. Time resume. Game mode survival. Ugh. Look at that. I don't know how to get rid of that stuff. We're gonna have to dump it in the ocean. Into the lake. I was gonna say, I'd had armor too, so I'll have to go back and see what that was. I think we had cloth armor. Alright, bye! Sploosh. Hi, cut paper! How's it going? Yeah, look all of the iron. I don't think I found that much. Ooh! Those stairs. Red clay, large brick stairs, yeah. Like that was a thing. Well, that was loud. All right. Okay. So we need to build some crates to replace all of this mess for sure. That's all of the farming seeds. Let's put the tree seeds in there. Okay. What do we have in here? Torches. Oh, all the rest of the peat was up here. And this was stuff that was out that we were eating. Cheese, I'd actually made the cheddar. I think they've updated how cheese is made since then. Okay, we had to cut our... Oh my goodness. Oh, a knife. I didn't get a knife. Do I have a backup knife? To remember to get one in creative. I don't think... And that's ill-gotten gains too, so we'll go toss those in the river. Yeah, this was wider than this. Ooh, we need to replace those blocks. Those look terrible. Oh no! That had my honey in it. Ugh. Alright, we might replace that too. Okay. Or we bring in it one more. Bring it in one more because it looks silly with it being cobble. Let's go ahead and get the cobble for now. We have to swim for it. I did not bring the sides of the dock down. They go down underneath the water. All right. Things that need to be done. These need to be replaced too. Okay. All right. What happened to all the cobblestone? That was upstairs, wasn't it? Came all the way over here for nothing. Except we're going to get rid of our... Oh, look, they float. Go up the stairs here. Yeah, that's definitely something we need to do is build an underground tunnel. Yeah, I gotta figure out where to come up. This will be so much easier because all of this will be crates and things. Oh, wrong place. I just have to figure out what the best place is to build that tunnel. All right, these are all still valid. The fired clay shingles, I guess, are still okay, huh? All right, cobble. See all the cobblestone that I had saved to build that wall. All right, let's put these back. I can't believe that. Destroyed the honey instead of the milk because the milk is about to go bad. I don't think I had enough to make another thing of cheese, and that's why it is still here. 0.1 liters. Seriously, I have a bowl. Salt. There's another option, opportunity for a crate. Pickled turnips in here. Those might have been here to make vinegar, perhaps. No, I don't remember now. All right. Well, we could put those shelves along the back there. No, like this. We need to put something behind there so you can see these. Oops. I always thought they looked really cool, so we're gonna save them. The ones in the clay stone, and one of them is in something else, maybe sandstone. Okay, this was rotten things, extra storage vessels. What else needs to be done in survival? Plant trees. That's what I need to do. Because I have pine up there. And I have some maple over here, but I need some oak trees. And we need to find a place to plant them. White currant bushes. Okay. I suppose I should get some food, huh? Yeah, I for sure had actual armor on, so definitely something I need to look up. Yep. It's our cellar. This was a proper size, I believe. Are we not getting the cellar option? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3. Maybe because the door is too far in? I am not getting the cellar rating. Is that what that is? Because it looks like it's just a house and not a cellar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And these outside ones are not chiseled. These are all actual rock. I guess I don't know if that... I don't know. I don't know what the new readings look like, if they're supposed to be look like how the old cellar readings looked. Regular room. That just means indoors, right? Someone help me out here. I'm looking at this icon up here. I think that just means indoors and not a cellar. And why is this not reading as a cellar? Surrounded by rock. Because it's just old and not mapped correctly? I can re-break all the whole wall and ceiling. Boy, that'd be a pain, but I could redo the whole thing. There we go, it's a cellar now. No, it's not. There it is. I'm getting cellar reading now. It's blinking in and out. I only get a cellar in this little spot. I'm getting a cellar reading in the doorway. But not when I move out of the door. Yeah, do you see what the cellar reading in the doorway? Is there anything in here that would cause it not to be a cellar? Has to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is 7 by 7 by 4. I think I was trying to raise the ceiling by 1. I had some claystone rock in here. Well, I'm actually quite bummed because there's no reason that shouldn't be a cellar. Because this door is on this particular block. I know, let's try this again and move the door. Yeah, it's indoors, but not a cellar. Alright. Well, something to do with the room update, or the world update. That is not registering. Raw cheese. A fancy door? Oh, is that it? This is the original wooden door. Okay. What have we got? Do we have any oak? Let's go grab some. Up we go. See a likely candidate right here. Am I going to be able to get up? Right. Good call, cut paper. Yeah, back then, that was the only door you had. Guess I don't really need a tree farm yet, huh? With all of this garbage. We're gonna need to fill in here with dirt. Okay. Couple of adjustments we'll need to do in creative. Definitely want to collect some wood though, because we have things to make. What's the deal here? We have crates to make. Alright, got some maple, some pine, and some oak. May need some shears. I think that was a pig trying to get mad at me. We better get out of here. Oh, step up. Step assist enabled. Thank you. Accessibility tweaks, I believe. Ah, the original path that was cut out. Ugh. Better put this claystone back before I accidentally put it down. Why? How is it that you can spawn here and kill a rooster? Not sure how that happens. Okay. Oh, we got, look at this. It's not like I needed, I got planks everywhere. Maple. Oh, I had these slabs so we wouldn't have anything spawn up here. Which is why this had See those ingots? That's why one was right there. And I didn't have any oak. It's supposed to go here. All right. We can take care of that, right? Wait a minute. Where's my saws? There's extra hammers. Oh man. Am I missing something? Yeah, I'm missing some saws. Must have had the saw on me. Man. Okay. Fine. Where's the anvil? I wonder if it's upstairs. All this to try and make a door out of oak. The anvils didn't import over. I bet I had the anvil on me. I bet I had the anvil on me. I bet I had the anvil and the saw on me. Alright. We're gonna have to do a thing. Do I have any tools here? No. Alright. That's all I can figure. And the knife. You get the extra knife? Yep. Alright. Let's take this anvil back downstairs. Yeah, that's where I had it. Was up here. There we go. Okay. That's weird. Okay. Can you still build a door like this? All right. Cut paper saves the day. Yep, I'm a seller right here. And I'm a broom in here. And I'm still just a room. Solid door. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have to ask for some solutions here because that's clearly not working. This doesn't need to be a cellar, but handy if it is. This is considered indoors too. Yeah, I do not know what's causing the issue. All right. Let's... What's here? Maple, birch, pine. We can put the oak planks up there. Okay. Well, darn it. Oh, didn't we have a leather? We had like an alchemy lab back here. The lab. Okay, I'm full up of oak over here. Quick lime, lime. Oh, these won't stay good anymore. Used to be that those would stay good. Okay, I guess we're going to process some leather too. Bring our world into the new world. Bucket. What do we got stashed in here? We had a water pit here somewhere. My gosh, it's been a while since I've had to do just like vintage story chores. I guess it's not that long. Don't do a lot of leather processing in bug out, although we did some. For sure, we did some in 14 of Malefactor. All right, I think it's 1-to-1. Yep. All right, let's put you guys in there. Hopefully it works because they're about to expire. Put you guys in there. Oh, no, not soaked. My rawhides. There we go. And you guys. All right. Let's see if we can get this right. Scrape them. All right. Let's gather all of our weak tannin together. Strong tannin. We don't have enough. Have to make some tannin, I guess. Not enough for one little teeny scraped hide? Nope. Oh, wait. We still have, I think, strong tannin. Never mind. I should have some more buckets. Back there. All right. Tannin it is. Yeah, it's got to be a bug. We'll fix it. If I rebuild the whole thing in creative, I will figure out the problem. Something to do with the mapping of the rock or something. I don't know. This world was originally created in 1.14, so it would be fair and give it the benefit of the doubt, I guess. All right, tannin, logs. Yeah, some stuff I haven't forgotten. All right, and then all of this strong tannin will move over. Oh, that has some leather in it. Nice. Polka dot spot would come home from hunting and we would process all the leather. Okay, no, we decided we did not have enough to process this little guy. Ooh. And our line back. Yeah, yeah. Definitely need some crates along this wall here. Okay, more water. Gonna need a door on this here now. Now because pelts have an expiration on them. Yeah, we're just a room. I really liked my lab that I made in... Oh no! Did it save the lab out of the arena? Out of Rusty Gears 2? Gonna have to check that out. Okay, we'll just make all of this into tannin. Yep. Need to finally eat some of my food. Poultry red meat stew with boiled eggs. Polka Dot Spot made some good food. What do we got here? 30 days. 10 days. 12 hours. 85 days. Put some stuff away. We had them all out here with different nutrition so we could select what we were lacking. 29% spoiled. It's not good. What about all this stuff? Yeah. All the grain and stuff. Yeah, it's good for a couple years yet. Okay. Back to tannin making. 5. Yes, I can count. 2, 3, 4, 5. Always need accounting with Pyrrh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything else in here that we needed to worry about? Probably make some compost. There was I'm missing some buckets. I think I had the shelves in here, yeah. Yes, I do have carry-on. That's right, I need to make a water pit again. Bucket. It's a bucket. So these just need to be a crate set somewhere. And that needs to be water. Your bucket. All right. Still bummed about this. Oh, nope, nope. Ah, darn. It says it's a cellar for a split second. But I'm in the doorway. In the doorway, it's a cellar. And put the bucket up. Okay. Like a crate up here. Yeah, let's build some crates. Need a ton of them. Can I build crates? Do I want better crates? Or do we want to go with these? I really like the better crates better. All right, better crates. Linen. We should have plenty of linen. Back, there's some right there. I can see all sorts of things that need to be made into crate storage. All right. It was like this and like this and whoop, boards. We now have a better crate. They need to make these a different of options of different colors. Yep. All this. And there were a couple more, 3 more. Right. Lock. Thank you. That looks like dirty salt. Okay. Do I have? No, I do. Ah. Okay. That works, I think. That was linen to make cheese with, and the sticks. Still don't know why my pickled turnips are in there. It's been a while since I've made food and stuff. Food and stuff. Yep, not a cellar. Do I have an empty bowl? I do not. I'll drink the rest of that milk too. Yeah, I remember the fights that Polka Dot Spot was having with the sheep trying to milk them. Okay. So we've put the food away. We definitely have some spoilage in there. We've taken care of everything in the lab, besides for making boxes, crates. I had like 3 extra barrels in there, did I not? Let's go get those. Oh, we just had 1 extra barrel. That's right, because I made an extra row down here. I don't even know if I need this extra row. So what's the worst that can happen? We don't use them. We'll just leave them there. We can always move these barrels. Well, I know, because that should be a cellar too, really. That's an issue. Yeah, I don't know. That's an issue. Oh, that's right. We had some more rod over there. We're just going to keep walking back and forth. If this will even work. I know when the game updated, I had a lot of trouble with my rot not stacking. Okay. All right. Yeah. Eventually it was supposed to be like a back porch. A secret room back here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, kind of a nice little place, I think. We did all right. Okay, claystone. Stone and cobblestone. Yeah. Look at all of this stuff. Oh my goodness. Linen. Just too much of it. So we just need like a stack of crates. But we'll have to empty out chests one by one. Do I have any chests back around here? I was still quarrying the rest of this mountain out. Oh my gosh, what are these? More claystone rocks. These are the chiseled ones, though. And grass. Any empty chests? Claystone rocks. Claystone rocks. Clothes. Surely I have some empty chests here. Quartz. That's something I found, but I don't think it looked like that. More claystone. Oh my gosh. Well, someone's gonna have to tell me how to get a stack of things in creative, because clearly... Okay, this was the non-chiseled. All the chiseled. And peridotite. Well, I can make 2 more. Let's put this quartz block. What does it look like if I put it down? All right. I had some quartz in here. Oh, yeah, there's an empty spot. Milky quartz. Okay. What's in here? Temporal gears. Gears and treasure. This was stuff like the vendor. This was the vendor box. Mining stuff. A junk drawer. Okay. We need a crate. We need to figure out where to start putting crates. We start putting them over here. Well, what we can do is we can take out this rock here and reuse it someplace else because that crate will cover it up. Okay. Phew, yeah, I'm getting a little bit tired now. All right, let's see if we can grab all of these temporal gears. Well, we're covered in, got a bunch of junk now. Hey, do vendors still buy these things? No, that's sold by. Purchased by. Okay, so all these things are purchased. Okay. And that's it. Need to put some of this other stuff away. And we can decide we can arrange where all of this stuff goes later on. But wow, it's been a while since I had to worry about a lot of storage. But this was it. This was it. Because this wasn't an icy world. This wasn't a permadeath or anything. This was a long-term build really cool stuff world. And it wasn't Rusty Gears where everybody else pitched in and everything was easy, and I didn't need to store stuff like this. Had Quentin, oh my gosh, season 4, the current season, build that beautiful warehouse. And of course we have storage units too. The storage, the mod that allows you to, like the storage drawers in Minecraft. We had one little control unit that controlled all of your storage. Very nice. But yeah, we're still running a bit of vanilla here. Okay, so we cleaned that out. Not exactly where that goes, but we don't want these down here anymore. Oh. Oh, darn it. I should have chiseled that first. Actually, it was chiseled. have polished it first, but I can't because it's chiseled. And that's going to be full. All of this is full. Yeah, there's some polished. All right. Was there polished claystone in here? There is. Okay, so clearly I could do some more of the floor. I don't remember what I was making the windows for. Possibly out here. Just trying to figure out how to do the windows here without them looking too stupid. I don't know if I have any slabs left. Do I have any slabs left? Lots of tin, lead, bismuth. Yeah, I wonder what was in there. Can you go rescue the kitty, please, son? Yeah, probably sage stuck in the stairwell. Where else? All right, do I have to do it from the outside or the inside? From the other side. That was supposed to say where we were going. Ah! It's gonna make me do it. Nope, we can do it from here, I think. I have a gear in my offhand. Get that off of there. All right. Yeah, nothing in particular, just kind of doing some little miscellaneous things. All right. It's a little something. A little something. We need some shutters. Can I put a door, like, right on the wall? That'd be like a perfect shutter. Pointing the wrong way, but we might be able to fix that. Maybe we can't. It'll open the other direction. Question mark. Ha! Non-chiseled version of a big shutter. Obviously, it's not gonna... Oh, maybe it's a folding shutter. Yeah, it's a folding shutter, so you just can't tell. Oh man. Alright. Little tweaks. Still like our little skylight. It's great. You can look out here to see if it's daytime or nighttime. And you can see the mountain there too. I was thinking about enclosing it with glass, but we haven't had any problems with mobs coming in. Not since we fixed it. Had to climb up here and we slabbed everything. But yeah. Then I enclosed the top there manually, of course, because this was all open in this area. I said I've got the original Harbor series when I first found the base here, and this was like, there was a little pond in the middle, and this was just like this little room, and it was all open to the top. It was pretty cool. Why do I have a hay block? I do not know, but I happen to have that. Alright, what other miscellaneous things? This is stuff I got from panning. Aha, there's my gear. There's all my gear. And there's polka dot spots gear, I believe. Ah, there's my anvil. Okay. More stuff that we need to chuck into the ocean. A freshly made chisel. Okay. What was I doing with all of the ingots on me? I don't know. But yep, there's the missing anvil. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was polka dot spot stuff. No, I think this was polka dot spot stuff. Can't remember. Obviously. Because I might have been working at the time, or... No, because this looks like the things that she would wear. She wanted a... No, she had the black lantern. Nope, this was her stuff on top. So I'm the one that had all the junk in my inventory. Yep, including my anvil. Alright. Although I don't know if it transferred the anvil over at all when it was on the ground. Because I had two. Because it had one down here and one up there. Alright. What else needs to be... That can't go there because things. Because it would mess this up. Okay, yeah, it is, it's only 9:30, but I am starting to run out of steam. I obviously can't think of what I'm doing here. I think, I don't know if we were working on the leaded glass pane to put here, or whether I was trying to chisel the planks on top of a glass slab. But we may put that project away because, I don't know. Oh, okay, this might be for the lighthouse too. I haven't gone and looked at my plans for the lighthouse. I've not looked at that. Okay. This is all stuff to pan. That's right, because that was our little panning spot. After we closed down the kissing booth. That was the little mini drifter trap back when it worked like that. Flower pot sea salt. Our hay bed. We never found an aged bed, I don't think, in this place. Maple boards. All right, so I'm trying to put them away. There we go. Did I make... Let's make more crates while I have the chests on me. Got 2 chests. All right, linen. Put you guys away. Wow, rope. Didn't know they'd come out with rope before we were done. Before the last time we played this. I guess they did. This crate's going to cover that up. Oops. There we go. Gear. Do I have anything on me that needs to go in these crates? I don't know. Put the extra knife back, and this stuff probably needs to get chucked into the ocean again. Although I'll use this pick in creative. Doesn't explain where my saw went. Does not explain where the saw is. Wow. Okay, so we had falxes at that point? I thought they were swords. I didn't think we had entered the falx age, but I guess we did when we upgraded the world to 1.16 perhaps. Alright, so this stuff gets chucked and the tools get chucked. And then actually, those two are helpful to have in creative when I'm trying to get rid of things that don't belong there. And that's all things that actually came out of my survival world. Soil. Special soil. Wow. The good thing we have some of this TerraFirmaCraft. Yeah, we should go see what's in the garden. I don't remember. Wood items. There's a sign. More sticks. There's a lot of birch. Granite cobble. We have a whole bag just for granite cobble. Quarried stone. I don't have room for the clay stone, do I? I do. I do. Okay. Plants. Bones. Oh my gosh. That's the only use for it anymore. Just making TerraFirmaCraft out of. Fertilizer. Okay. Used to be able to reach behind here and get. Amazing what you remember. Vines? Anybody? Anybody? Wild vine tips. You can't even harvest those anymore. You have to make them, I think. Which is nice. That way they don't take up 2 slots in your inventory. And we'll put this away. We need to make a trunk for clothes. Because that would look better, right? And we'll do this. And our speck of milk. What is our nutrition like anyway? Terrible. Probably because I bet it drained it when I was in creative. Before I stopped time. Yeah, I started time up when I started playing in survival. So, all right. Better put our bowl down. Still bummed about this. Maybe when we relog, it'll fix. I don't know. But we'll find out. But I am ready to go back into creative to, I don't know, do a little more work on the canal. And then I think, yeah, we'll just go back into survival and start working on areas to clear, to pull the city level, just that cobblestone floor back. So we can start planning where things go and clear the area and plant the rocks, the wall. Just outline where the wall is going to go. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then clean up in between the gardens and things and make it look nicer. So now that we got our house somewhat straightened out, if we can figure out the cellar problem. Anyway, kind of up in the air about streaming. I think I'll be streaming Bug Out tomorrow night. That's Wednesday. But it's going to be a shortened stream because kids have activities like the rest of the week. We'll go for at least a couple hours on Bug Out tomorrow, and then the rest of the week it might be Discord stuff. So if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord because we'll have like little chats. You can join my chat channel, and I can work on the harbor or something while we chat. All right, have a good night, and I will see you next time. In the meantime, play hard, die often, and leave a good-looking corpse.